Welcome back to Totem Pole Sports. We got a special episode here today. We are going to be talking Totem Pole trivia. We got Coach Lambo as always. We got Coach Hutch, and we got the new in studio Coach Socrates. All right. So we got Mr. Totem Pole. He's going to be behind the scenes asking the questions. You might see him here in the future. But for the time being, I'm your moderator. And we're going to start off with some easy questions. This is going to be a round of 5 questions. Whoever gets the most in this one will receive something special that we will talk about in a next later episode. Mr. Totem Pole, start us off.
Question number 1. Who was the coach that won the first Super Bowl? Please write your answers down, men. All right, Coach Socrates, would you please like to show Totem Pole Nation what is your correct answer? And he put Lombardi. Coach Hutch, could you please make sure that Coach Real Lambo is not cheating?
He is not cheating.
It's Lombardi, that is right. That is 1 for
That is
Coach
correct.
Socrates, and that is 1 for Coach Lambo. Are you going to be the official scorer?
We are 1.
Okay, 1 to 1. Okay.
All right, question number 2.
Question number 2. This one's going to come from world history.
Oh, my God.
Question number 2. Who was the president during the Civil War of the United States of America? Who was the president during the Civil War of the United States of America?
I'm going to say before 64 or after 64?
Who was the president during the Civil War?
For which side?
The United States of America.
Okay, clarify.
Okay. Now, can we go Coach Lambo first here? Coach Lambo, who was the president during the Civil War?
Coach Lambo, first, what year was the Civil War?
Is it in the 1800s?
It is in the 1800s.
Very
You're about
good.
100 years away, though.
Damn!
Okay, Coach
John
Socrates.
F. Kennedy.
Coach Socrates.
We've got Coach Socrates with Abraham
Lincoln, okay.
Who succeeded Abraham Lincoln for a bonus point?
Andrew
Okay.
Johnson.
It is Andrew Johnson.
Question number 3.
That'll be for a tiebreaker.
Question number 3, we're going to NBA.
Oh, yeah.
NBA.
Oh, yeah. That's easy.
Who was the head coach of the LA Lakers during Showtime when Magic Johnson was the point guard for the LA Lakers? Who was the head coach?
Flip your answer.
What the fuck?
Repeat the question one more time for Mr. Lambo.
Who
Coach
was the
Lambo.
head coach of the LA Lakers during Showtime? He's now the GM for the Miami Heat. Okay, we goes Coach Socrates here. Coach Socrates. Coach Socrates says the one and only Pat Riley. Coach Lambo.
Like that extra info.
Pat Riley. Now, Coach Lambo's in his 20s, but I'm very proud of him for getting that correct. What do we got now? 2 to 1.
It is
All right.
3 to 2.
3 to 2. Okay.
If we're counting correct answers.
Here we go. Question number 3 is coming from pop culture. All right. Please write down in pop culture who was the rapper that came out with In My Lifetime Volume 2.
The rapper who came out in My Lifetime, Volume 2. 10 seconds.
I was not old enough for this. I wasn't born back then.
In My Lifetime Volume 2.
No, you were born when John Kennedy was
Do you
president,
need
Give
a
me
clue?
Give me a clue.
One of the songs on the album was Hard Knock Life. Uh-oh. Is Coach Socrates rethinking his answer? All right, who is it? Hard Knock Life is Jay-Z. Okay, now, Kanye. Kanye West. All right, so what is...
Point to Coach Lambo.
That's a point to Coach Lambo.
Ah!
We
Let's
have
go!
a tied match, but we do have the tiebreaker.
All right, we're going to have a tiebreaker right here on this one. Okay, this is a bonus question. All right, a bonus question. Who was it that signed Kanye West to Rockefeller Records?
Who signed Kanye to Rockefeller?
Who was it that signed Kanye West to Rockefeller Records? This is to tie it up right here. Okay, Coach Lambo, who do you say?
That's your final answer?
I gotta stick with it.
All right, we're going same time.
I gotta stick with it.
We got P. Diddy, Puff Daddy.
Jay-Z and Puff Daddy. The answer is J to the Z.
Ah!
S. Carter. Okay, now we're going to go back to world history. Before we go back to sports, world history.
Both have had a tiebreaker because he did get Andrew Jackson.
Oh, did he? Okay, it's
Johnson,
tied
sorry.
up now,
I get
3
that
and
confused
3. All right, world history.
Oh my God.
Okay. What country, what civilization was Queen Cleopatra from?
How the hell do that?
How are you supposed to know that?
Give me a hint. No hints.
Queen
I'll give you.
Cleopatra.
I'll give you a hint.
She was
She
played.
actually lived closer to our time than she did the building of the Great Pyramids. Now that don't give you a hint.
The great. Oh.
Coach Socrates looks like he's a little upset there.
Oh.
Okay.
I might have got it.
Okay, so the question was, where was Queen Cleopatra from? And then also the Great Pyramids. Okay, go ahead, Coach. Let's see. Coach Lambo.
I probably didn't want to answer.
Egypt. Wow. He knows his world history. And Coach Socrates. Egypt. Okay, very good. All right. Now we're going to baseball.
Oh, Lord. I don't know nothing about
Baseball. Don't know anything about baseball.
Nope, I don't.
All right.
Tied up 4-4.
In baseball, which team was the first team to have numbers on their uniforms?
Coach Socrates answers pretty fast.
Coach Lambo's taking his time on this one. Which baseball team was the first team to have numbers on their uniforms?
Did they win 26 World Series?
I cannot divulge any information. This is a contest, and Coach Socrates is quite the competitor.
We're going to stick with that.
Okay.
All right, the final question.
New York Yankees. Uh-oh. Man, this is a tight
we are
race.
down to
Okay,
another
here we go. Here we go.
because we are
I do know
tied.
baseball. Never mind. I got to
with-
think about it. I
Okay,
know
here we
baseball.
go.
This
We're-
is
we're
for
going-
the win.
For the win.
For the win.
Okay,
Next
we're going
question,
U.S.
here,
history.
5-5.
Why,
Okay,
God,
we're
why?
going U.S. history.
Why the U.S. history?
Why U.S. history? Because we're in the U.S. And this is totem pole. This is not barstool. Okay? Who led the United States civil rights movement?
Oh, shit.
Coach Lambo looks like he's sweating over there, Coach. Who led the civil rights movement? Okay. Who led the civil rights movement? Coach Lambo.
Oh, my God.
And there will be no clues on this one.
No clues whatsoever.
Civil rights.
We should have done this live. I think the comments would have been fabulous next time.
Ah.
Well, I think Coach Socrates is pretty. I think he's pretty hyped up about this, and I think he thinks it's a lot closer than he expected. Coach Socrates, would you like to say anything?
I think we'll stay away from rap and all that stuff because I don't know any of that stuff.
Okay.
Oh, but you can't stay away from world history. I don't know nothing about world history.
Okay. He does not know who
He
led
loves
the
history.
civil rights movement.
No, I wrote
All right.
it down.
Okay.
I probably got it wrong.
Let me see here.
I probably got it wrong.
He probably got it wrong.
probably
Who
got it
led
wrong.
the civil rights movement?
I got it wrong.
All right. Here we go. Coach Socrates and Coach
I
Lambo.
got this shit wrong. I got it wrong.
Hey, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, I think that at least deserves a half a point. But the correct answer, Martin Luther King Jr. Very good. Okay. Now, an additional bonus question off of that one.
Goes to
What?
Socrates.
Did Rosa Parks do? Oh, Coach Lambo is answering very fast here. All right, we will get back to the sports questions momentarily, but you don't have to write an essay,
No, I know.
just write a few words. What did Rosa Parks do?
I will say we have two separate answers.
Uh-oh. What did Rosa Parks do? Here we go. Are we ready?
I'm ready. I'm confident. in
You
this
ready?
one. I'm confident in this one.
You think you're
You
confident?
confident?
I'm confident.
Because we got Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks.
Okay, Harriet Tubman freed the slaves, Underground Railroad. That was not the question.
Oh my God!
The question was,
Oh my God.
who was Rosa Parks? And she did not free the slaves or lead the Underground Railroad. That was Harriet Tubman.
Oh my God.
Refused to get up from her bus seat in the Montgomery, Alabama bus boycott. Coach Socrates
Wins the
is
first
correct.
Ever totem pole trivia.
We have a sports
on-
question, Coach. I got
Oh,
one,
we got
more,
M1 on
one more
sports.
sports question.
He's already got 7
Okay.
to 5.
Yeah, give me another mark. I threw that.
He threw
I threw it.
Coach Lambo threw his marker
Coach
in
Lambo.
frustration.
All right, now we've asked baseball, we've asked football,
Football.
and we have asked basketball. So now we have to dig deep into the sports lexicon of the United States. And the question is, in 1980, what sport did the Americans defeat the Russians that is known as the Miracle on Ice?
That don't give it away.
This marker don't work.
That marker don't work. We got one more.
That work.
Marker's dried out.
All right, Coach.
I was going to make a joke, but Lambo did it for me.
Ice skating and ice hockey.
The correct answer
The
is ice
Miracle
hockey.
on Ice did not occur in ice skating, okay? And it was not the famous movie,
It was called Miracle.
Miracle on Ice,
With Kurt Russell.
but the comedy that was made about ice skating with Will Ferrell,
Oh, Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory.
Yeah.
Okay, it was not Blades of Glory, it was ice hockey.
Bonus question.
Okay, bonus
question.
I got the bonus one.
Oh, you got
Okay.
a bonus question?
Who
Don't watch
Wrote.
the ice thing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
probably the greatest work of English literature, Romeo and Juliet?
What was the word?
Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Or what book was Romeo and Juliet in? I think is the...
Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet?
This is not right. This is not right. It's not right.
It's not right.
It's not right.
Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet? And for bonus points, what grade level would you suggest read the play Romeo and Juliet? That's for bonus points.
I could probably do the bonus, but I don't know that.
You probably can do the bonus points. All right. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet, and what grade should read the play? Okay, so
I lost.
Coach Hutch, are we ready?
I lost.
We are ready. You don't have anybody for the first one?
No, I don't know this. I'm too young.
You're too young.
I don't know that.
Romeo and Juliet
We
was
got a
written by
fourth grade
William
level.
Shakespeare in 4th grade. Some people say that it is written on a 4th grade level, but Coach Socrates says it's 9th grade. Why would you say, Coach Socrates, that a 4th grader should not read the play Romeo and Juliet?
I think the topics are a little bit too advanced for somebody in elementary school.
And what topics are those, Coach?
Suicide, romantic love, I think, death. I think the violence might be a little bit higher level than middle school, than elementary school kids can handle.
Coach Lambo, why would you say that 4th graders should read Romeo and Juliet?
Because the education system is broken.
Yes, it is. I
Education-
think that is 100% apparent tonight. It is broken. Anything else?
No.
We are going to have one additional question,
Oh,
Coach.
one more question.
It's going to be a math question.
I already graduated school, man.
All right, here we go. 13 plus 22.
Come on,
13
Coach.
plus 22.
13 plus 22.
That's easy.
Coach, you cannot use a calculator.
I'm not.
That's easy, bro.
Coach Socrates, do not be using your calculator. Watch.
That's easy.
Does that look like a
13 plus 22.
That's easy.
Do we have the same answers, Coach?
We have the same answer.
We have the same
That's
answers.
5 touchdowns. That's 5 touchdowns.
I like how you made that into football.
5 touchdowns.
Actually,
Okay.
5 touchdowns is 30 points.
No, it's not, stupid.
Oh.
You're forgetting extra points.
Okay,
No, but
now.
I included the extra points, so it's 7. 7
Now this-
times 5 is 35.
This question is up for debate. Who is the greatest coach in pro football
That's easy.
history?
He just
In
had
the
it.
history of the NFL, and you have to be able to support your answers with data
That's easy.
and with examples. Who is the greatest coach in NFL history? Okay, you don't have to write down all your reasons, okay? You just got to write the name of the coach, and you can explain your reasons. And spelling does not count.
Well, Kelly can't spell anyway. Sorry.
Coach
Coach
Socrates,
Socrates.
would you like to rebut that?
Coach Socrates can't spell anyway.
It's a tort, isn't it?
Retort.
Would you like to say anything back to that? He says that you cannot spell, Coach Socrates. All right, let's see here. Who is the greatest coach? Coach Lambo, would you like to show Totem Pole Nation who do you believe is the greatest coach in NFL history? And that would be Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
Why is that, Coach Lambo?
Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator under Bill Parcells with the New York Giants. Oh, yes. And he won 2 Super Bowls back in 86 and 90. And then he became the Cleveland Browns head coach. And he got 1 winning season. He got fired in 95. That's okay. But Bill Belichick, when he drafted Brady in 01, 6th round pick, 199. Oh, yeah. Brady, the greatest quarterback of all the time. Belichick is one of the greatest defensive minds of all time. You can't beat him using your best players. You have to beat him using your second and third options. And we were always able to change personnel. He's hired good OCs in the past. He's hired good defensive coordinators in the past. Bill Belichick sets the standard. And this weekend when we beat them sorry Jets, he passed George Halas for the second most wins in the NFL with 325 wins.
That's a wonderful answer, Coach Lambo.
Very nice, Coach.
Great
Lambo.
job. Now, Coach Socrates. Coach Socrates believes that the answer, is Vince Lombardi. I thought that you would be answering with God's coach, Coach Tom Landry. Okay.
Well, I anticipated that he was going to go with the overrated Bill Belichick. I will state very simply, that Vince Lombardi, was a great college coach at Fordham. He was the coach of the Blocks of Granite. When he went to the NFL, he was the offensive coordinator of the great New York Giants teams of the 1950s that won championships.
Okay.
Won the first 2 Super Bowls and won 5 or 6 NFL championships with the Packers before the Super Bowls began. And the thing that tops him over Mr. Belichick, he is a Hall of Famer, and he made the Redskins relevant when they were trash.
Well, first of all, he might have.
I'll take the points. I'll take the point.
Well,
Thank
no,
you.
That's fine. I mean,
so how many total championships does Vince Lombardi have in pro football?
7 or 8. One of them.
7 or 8.
Belichick got 8. He got 2 with a defensive coordinator.
No, his is the head coach.
Well, he got 6.
So Vince Lombardi has 7
No.
to 8 NFL championships.
And didn't need a pretty boy like Tom Brady.
It's
win.
not about being pretty. It's about drafting, the scouting department.
Bart Starr.
That's very
Bart
important.
Starr played during a real era when you could actually hit a quarterback.
Bart Starr can't play in this era. I'll break his leg if I have to.
All right, the final question
Oh, final
question for tonight.
If Socrates gets this, he's up by 5 points.
Well, that's fine.
What civilization or country was Socrates from? You do not have to name the specific city-state.
What country was he
But
from?
what country or civilization was he from?
Bro, you teach world history. I do not know about world history.
You should know about Socrates.
I ain't learned
And
no Socrates in
Aristotle and
school.
Plato.
I didn't learn
Okay,
that in
we'll
school.
have a second part to the
It's
question.
9th grade world.
Who wrote the Declaration of
Oh,
Independence?
I
Uh-oh.
got
Who wrote the Declaration of
That's
Independence?
easy.
All right, so it's a 2-part question. Where was Socrates from, and who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
I'm gonna guess the first one. Hold on.
The city state didn't give it away?
Bro, I did not learn that in my school, bro. I didn't learn nothing. They didn't teach us anything in high school.
The education system is broken. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Let me stick with the second answer.
All right.
Second answer.
Second
Coach
answer.
Lambo. Very good.
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. And he put Greece and Athens died from hemlock ingestion.
Well,
Coach Lambo, do you have anything to say back to Coach Socrates and his? I think he put salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Well,
With that
first of all,
ingestion of hemlock.
okay, first of all, maybe he got some old sense in his head because they don't, the stuff he learned, they didn't teach us in school. They did. I went to the educational system was broken. I'm not making an excuse for it, but I wasn't taught this stuff at all. So that's why I come in Mr. Totem Pole's class every day and I learn something new because I didn't learn nothing about Greece and Athens at all. I just learned, all I learned was Spanish. All I learned was Spanish and basic math and basic algebra. I don't even remember taking history classes in high school.
Bow down to greatness. Who won? What is the official
The
score?
official score was 10-5 Socrates.
Wow. This has been very enjoyable. I hope we can do this again very soon. But I don't know if Coach Lambo wants any of Coach Socrates.
If it's football related, yes.
Coach Lambo, would you like to stump Coach Socrates?
You can't name all 32 head coaches right now.
Uh-oh.
Or 32 quarterbacks.
You can't name all 32 head coaches or
Both. I say and.
quarterbacks.
So we got 64 answers.
64 and you gonna write it or are you gonna say it?
We can just say it.
Okay.
We can just say it.
You-
You name a team and we just say it.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Write it down.
It's easy.
You're going to give me the head coach and you're going to give me the quarterback.
Yeah, easy.
All right, here we go.
Easy.
I think this would
LA
be great
Chargers.
for another video.
Oh, it looks like Coach Socrates has conceded. He's putting his board down. Coach Lambo, would you like, what you got there? What does he got? And he says Brandon Staley and Justin Herbert. Okay, now, Coach Lambo, I think that if you name all 32 quarterbacks and 32 head coaches, I think that you will win the first totem pole trivia contest. Can you name all 32? It's on you, Coach Lambo.
Yeah,
This is
just-
your
just
this
say
is
the
your
team.
Hail Mary.
Just say the team.
All right, say the teams.
Say the team.
All right, here we go.
Everybody
Cardinals,
Cliff Kingsbury, Kyle Murray.
Falcons,
Arthur Smith, Marcus Mariota.
Carolina Panthers,
P.J. Walker and interim coach Steve Wilkes.
Chicago Bears,
Matt Eberflus and Justin Fields.
Dallas,
Dak Prescott, Mike McCarthy.
Lions,
Dan Campbell, Jared Goff.
Green Bay Packers,
Matt LaFleur, Aaron Rodgers.
LA Rams,
Sean McVay, Matt Stafford.
Minnesota Vikings,
Kevin O'Connell, Kirk Cousins.
New Orleans Saints,
Dennis Allen, Jameis Winston.
New York Giants,
Brian Dable, Daniel Jones.
Philadelphia Eagles,
Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni.
San Francisco 49ers,
Kyle Shanahan, Jimmy G, and Trey Lance.
Seattle Seahawks,
Pete Carroll, Geno Smith.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
Todd Bowles, Tom Brady.
Baltimore Ravens,
John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson.
Buffalo Bills,
Sean McDermott, Josh Allen.
Cincinnati Bengals,
Zach Taylor, Joe Burrow.
Cleveland Browns,
Kevin Stefanski and Jacoby Brissett. Deshaun Watson. I got that right. That is right.
Excuse me, Coach Socrates.
That is right.
Do you have, is that an incorrect answer?
That's not incorrect. He doesn't know anything. That's not incorrect.
Doesn't know anything, huh?
That's not incorrect.
Kevin Stefanski's not the head coach?
Oh, I don't disagree with that one.
Okay. So he's
But
still,
but the starting quarterback, I will.
He's starting right now.
who's the New Orleans Saints quarterback?
Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill and Andy Dalton. They all played 3 quarterbacks. I'm right. I just named the whole roster.
Okay.
They switched the
All right,
lineup.
here
It's
we
not
go.
my fault.
Denver Broncos,
Nathaniel Hackett and Russell Wilson.
Texans,
Lovie Smith and Davis Mills.
Colts,
Frank Wright, Matt Ryan, and now Sam Ellinger.
Jacksonville Jaguars,
Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence.
Kansas City Chiefs,
Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes.
Raiders,
Josh McDaniels, Derek Carr.
Chargers,
Brandon Staley, Justin Herbert.
Dolphins,
Mike McDaniel, Tua.
New England Patriots,
Bill Belichick, Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi.
New York Jets,
Robert Saleh, Zach Wilson, or Joe Flacco.
Steelers,
Mike Tomlin, Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky.
Tennessee Titans.
Mike Vrabel, Malik Willis, and Ryan Tannehill.
Okay. Well, right now, Coach Lambo's taking the lead. Coach Socrates, would you like to rattle off all the United States presidents to defeat Coach Lambo?
Yeah. Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, James Knox Polk, Zachary Taylor, Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, U.S. Grant, Rutherford Hayes, James Garfield, Chester Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, Grover Cleveland again, William McKinley, Theodore Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight Eisenhower, John Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George Bush, 41, Bill Clinton, George Bush, 43, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden.
Wow.
And who was president during the Civil War?
Abraham Lincoln.
There
Very
you
good.
go.
You-
You learned
We've gotten
something.
better. Now, the last thing.
Oh.
Can you name all the astronauts on every Apollo mission?
No. But I can name the first two to walk on the moon. Can Coach Lambo do that?
Uh-oh. He's calling you out.
Neil Armstrong is one.
Wow.
That's the easy
Very impressive.
That's
I don't know the second one, but I know Neil Armstrong is number one. I don't know the second one.
one. Buzz Aldrin.
I don't
And
know
who didn't make it?
I don't know who did make it.
Michael Collins was on the command module.
All right, so Coach Socrates, Coach Lambo asked you a question to stump you. Would you like to ask him a question, sports related, that would stump him?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Can you name the team that won the World Series in 1979?
We had to go to the damn 70s? I wasn't born in the 70s. I died. I didn't even
Okay, well,
The 70s?
Coach-
No, I'm going to give it a try. You know what? I'm going to give it a try. Was it New York Yankees?
No.
Coach.
Who won the World Series in '94?
There was no World Series. There was a strike.
That's right. Sorry, no, '95.
Atlanta.
Coach
In
Socrates,
6
for
games.
the big
over-
win,
in six-
would you like to rattle off the last
No,
100 years
I think
of
I
World
think-
Series?
I think
Last 50 years.
This calls for a separate video of Coach Socrates.
We got to do a separate video.
Okay, we'll do a separate video.
So that is it for Totem Pole Trivia, our first ever. We hope you enjoyed it. But just as you have found out, we've got some people that know some very interesting trivia, and we might get some more people in here to try to stump Mr. Totem Pole. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Totem Pole Nation, we can't do it without you. Thanks so much for 4,000 subs. Check out those videos below, and we will see y'all later.